Hello, welcome to the Level 2 Drum Series presented by BH Drum Academy. My name's Ben Hodges. I'm your teacher and I'm the creator of BH Drum Academy. I created this drum level series because I want to create as many good drummers as I possibly can in the world. Without drums, music would be pretty dull. Music doesn't have any danceability. Music doesn't have any soul or rhythm or groove or even good feel. So I created this drums video series because I want to give another way that many people can learn drums. If you're not able to learn in person or online or not have that privilege, you can use this drum video series as a way to expand your knowledge about drums and get yourself ready for whenever the moment comes that you can play on the drums with other musicians. This Level 2 program is for intermediate drummers, and even some advanced moves are included in this moment. The Level 1 was for beginners. Level 2 is now for intermediate drummers. This video series can also be used for people who haven't played drums in a long time and are wanting to get back into it, who maybe have a little bit of knowledge, but want to maybe learn some different exercises or some ways to improve their drumming already. This also is going to be some great exercises for you to learn and to have for when you work with other musicians. Because when you work with other musicians, you may need to know a lot of this knowledge. And if you want to be able to create your own drum beats, create your own drum fills, and create your own music, these exercises will come definitely in handy. These are going to make you the best drummer you can possibly be. This may also give you a guide onto what to practice. Sometimes we just sit down at the drums and we want to just play. We maybe just put on our favorite song and we just try to learn it and play as best as we can. Without ever doing any proper exercises, we're not actually going to be addressing some of the concerns and things that we may need to work on to improve our success on playing some music. So having a set idea of what exercises to do is really going to help. And so I'm going to show you some great challenging exercises for you to add to your inventory and to your library. Now, what you need in order to play on the Level 2 drum series is you, first of all, need some drums. If you don't have drums, it's not the end of the world. You can practice these things on whether your lap or a tabletop or a practice pad. It would be best case scenario to have a drum set like the one I have behind me here, whether it's acoustic or electric drums. But it's not mandatory to have it. It's not the end of the world. But for best case scenario, you would have some drums. You would also have some drumsticks. Drumsticks are definitely an important part that you'll need. A practice pad may also be very, very helpful for you to use. Hearing protection is also super important to have. Make sure you have some good earplugs, but ones that maybe let in a little bit of sound would be great because you do want to hear yourself. And also having some headphones be able to play along with. That might also be very, very helpful for you. Lastly, what you need is a metronome. A metronome is probably one of the biggest tools that we'll need in order to practice. My exercises are designed for you to follow a metronome and for you to follow a certain beats per minute and something that you can adjust the speed of, whether it's that consistent tapping or beeping or knocking, or even some of your favorite songs, if you're able to look up what beats per minute they are. You can also play along these exercises to some of those songs. But using beats per minute and a metronome is a good gauge for you to see if you are improving in speed and comfort as we go. So what's included in the Level 2 drum series? Well, there are 6 lessons in there, and these videos are ones that you can use to build your inventory of exercises. And these exercises are going to be challenging. They're going to have a focus on 6 different areas, and these areas are all important to practice in a regular routine, whether in a typical week or a typical day or whatever. All of these areas and whatever your practice routine is, all of these areas should definitely be focused on. Our first area is called learning rhythm and counting. And we're going to spend some time clapping along and looking at sheet music in order to identify the rhythm and also practice counting as we play. Lesson 2 is called rudiments. And rudiments are just patterns you play on the drums. Without rudiments, you can't really play drums. Rudiments are in everything. So I'm showing you some intermediate and advanced rudiments that you can add to your routine that are actually useful for the drums. Lesson 3 is all about warming up. We're going to warm up our physical body and our mental body in order for us to play the drums effectively. As we play, we're often using our brain and our body to make decisions on the fly, to improv, to be creative. So these exercises are guaranteed to warm up your nerves, your brain, and your body to get the best performance you can play. Lesson 4 is all about our feet. We often take a lot of time working on our hands, but we often forget about our feet. So I'm going to be giving you some exercises that's going to work on your kick drum and also your hi-hat footwork. And these exercises are challenging at the intermediate level. In lesson 5, I talk about drum beats and grooves and how you can take one simple drum beat and change little parts of it to be very creative and create your own drum beats. I'm going to give you 10 challenging drum beats that you can add to your inventory. And lastly, we're going to show off some flash and do some drum fills. These are my level 2 drum fills, the intermediate to advanced level. And you can add these again to your inventory of drum fills that you can play and apply them. And these are drum fills that are actually useful. So with all of these lessons put together, I hope that you're going to learn some key drumming vocabulary, some key words that you hear a lot in the music scene, whether you're working with other musicians or instructors, or even if you're getting your resources from myself on BH Drum Academy, or whether it's a different source, you're going to hear a lot of terminology. So what are these key words? We're going to be learning about how to count properly, how to be familiar with sheet music and drum sheet music, so you can look at any exercise and quickly pick up what you're supposed to do and what it's supposed to sound like. These videos are also designed to create your independence in all of your limbs, as well as confidence. The more you do it, the more confident you're going to feel, and the better ability you're going to have to make quick decisions on the fly as you're playing the drums. More confidence means better playing, means confident playing, means better sound. And lastly, this is going to give you a huge range of great exercises you can add to your practice inventory. You can also feel free to change little bits of my exercises if you wish, or ask me to create some new ones. I'd be happy to create some more challenging ones for you if you request. But these exercises are designed that you can pull out anytime you want to, whether it's just before a gig or a practice that you're warming up with, or something you do on your own private practice time, or something you do with your bandmates or other people to get them involved. But before you begin, I want to make sure that you are ready to go in all aspects. On my website, bhdrumacademy.com, or on YouTube, I have a ton of free resources that you can look at. There are great videos on instructional things like how do you set up your drum kit? If I took down all of these drums and I asked you to set up the drums to fit your body, would you know what to do? That's a great exercise to practice, is being able to know how to set up your drums to fit your body. So if you don't know, learn it. How do you hold the drumsticks properly? There's a video on that. There's technique videos, and there's even technique videos about feet as well. How do you tune your drums to make them sound good? If the drums don't sound good, they're not going to feel good. So how do you make them sound good? There's even videos on analyzing your practice situation and setting goals. If you got this video hoping that this will solve all your answers, then great. I hope I definitely solve all your problems. But I really hope that you also use this opportunity to analyze what you do in practice. It shouldn't be too overwhelming. I'm going to give you all the tools that you possibly need. But sometimes we have to analyze when we can practice, where we can practice, what do I need in order to practice? What do I practice when? And even just the structure of how practices are organized. How long do I practice for? All of these questions are talked about in my videos. So we're about to get started. Here are the instructions that you need to know before you get started. Number 1 is make sure you print off the paper exercise workout booklet. You can use it to follow along and write notes as you wish. You can write in countings, you can write in scratch notes, and it's sometimes nice to have a physical paper right in front of you that you can follow along with. Next, because it's a video, feel free to pause, rewind, or watch again, or even play along to all the exercises and all the videos that I have. They are designed for you to be able to look, have a demonstration, be able to have a visual cue, have some coaching tips, and then for you to be able to play back to the video. Lastly, it's really important that you be patient and consistent with your practice. This Level 2 drum video series was not designed for you to watch it one time and then just be done with it. And now you're the greatest drummer of all time by doing the exercises one time. Unfortunately, drumming, and like all things in life, you have to practice in order to get better. Repetition, consistency are your best friends when getting better at the drums. So feel free to watch this video as many times as you like to, and watch all the videos and pay particular attention to certain videos that give you a little bit of challenge. Be patient and think good things will come. Speed, comfort, and even confidence with drums is all going to get better the more and more you practice. I will tell you, some of these exercises are not that easy, and they're meant to be challenging on purpose. Why would I give you something that is too easy to do? These exercises are designed to challenge you for the intermediate to advanced drummer, to bring you from this drummer to this drummer, okay? To be a good drummer. That's what we pride myself here at BH Drum Academy about, is we pride ourselves on being a good drummer. So it's time for your first lesson. So grab the drumsticks, get on the drums, and go have fun.